Hi, it's Bruce, your Boomer consumer, and this is the Angels Horns HPH00501 belt drive turntable with built-in Bluetooth, a built-in preamp, built-in phono stage, and amplifier with a pair of two passive bookshelf speakers. In other words, this is an out-of-the-box system for both playing records and streaming Bluetooth audio without purchasing anything else. Current pricing as of the date of this recording is approximately $265. As a disclaimer, this was sent to me at no cost for my review. However, all opinions are my own. No one's reviewed this video prior to posting, and because this is a complete system, I'll review it on its own merits as designed and for its intended use. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm simply going to refer to this as the Angel Horn system. Well, the first question is, who is the target audience for this system? And I think it's designed for people who want to get into vinyl without spending a lot of cash, maybe for a college dorm room, a small den, or for those who don't want to futz around with a lot of audio gear. This combo of turntable speakers with Bluetooth provides a very pleasing uniform look without taking up a lot of space. Now, the Angel's Horn came double boxed, and I think that was a very nice touch. It's also very heavy. And when you open up the box, the first thing you're going to see is two included passive bookshelf speakers. Now, they measure 6 3/8 inches wide by 6 inches deep and 9.5 inches tall. Next is the quick start guide for setting up the system, followed by a well-protected acrylic dust cover, which felt nice and thick and pretty hefty. Next was the power brick. Next was another bag containing accessories such as speaker wire. Then the counterweight was in the styrofoam sleeves, and we get to the turntable itself, and that came in a walnut finished plinth. It's a very good looking turntable, there's no arguing that. And finally, the iron platter and the Angel's Horn mat. Now, the plinth has an attractive walnut finish, which appears to be a vinyl wrap, but it's done really well. You know, it does look very, very good. The bookshelf speakers also come with a matching finish as well. On the bottom of the plinth are 3 non-adjustable feet, and there's no obvious way to adjust the speed of the turntable located on the bottom. On the rear of the Angel's Horn is a grounding terminal. No ground cable was provided, however. Next, standard RCA jacks. You can either select to send the audio at line level to power speakers or an amplifier, or phono to send to a phono preamplifier. Then there is the 15-volt power. Next to the speaker, next are speaker clip terminals to attach the 2 bookshelf speakers and use the internal amplifier on the Angel's Horn. Assembly took about 20 minutes. The first step was to install the belt to the motor and then place the platter over the assembly. Next, it was time to install the counterweight. This involved balancing what I believe to be an aluminum tone arm equipped with the Audio-Technica AT3600L cartridge. Now, the head shell is not removable, but that's to be expected in this price range. Now, though the weight slipped on easily, the documentation wasn't clear about the amount of tracking force to apply. I adjusted the force to just over 3 grams. There is no anti-skate setting, and I'm guessing some sort of spring is in the tone arm assembly. Finally, attaching the dust cover to the hinges in the rear was straightforward, and it only took a few seconds to attach. Now, the Angel's Horn comes with a protractor to check alignment, and I found the cartridge was aligned accurately. But this would be more advanced than what I believe the target audience would find useful and probably has no idea how to use. Next, I measured the speed of the Angel's Horn, which was 33.28, almost perfect. However, the Wow and Fluttered measured 0.34, which is twice the specification from Angel's Horn of 0.15%. Now, this is a bit concerning. I couldn't locate any information on the Angel's Horn site as to the specifications of the motor or how the speed is governed. The only information about the speakers is the impedance is rated at 4 ohms at 18 watts. The bass driver appears to be a 4-inch bass driver and is rear ported. The small, I believe 1/2 inch silk dome tweeter does an adequate job, however. The Angel's Horn system allows for both 33 and 45 speeds with user-friendly controls for both volume and speed selection. A small LED light glows red when the power is turned on, and which, interestingly enough, the power switch is also located on the rear. I really wish to see that relocated in future updates. The tone arm is lightweight metal, possibly aluminum, and is straight design. When I went to remove the tape securing the stylus cover, the entire stylus came off, and I had to reattach it. No big deal to me, but something to keep in mind. The iron platter is quite heavy, however, and the resonance of the platter puts in mind of tapping a bell. It rings like no one's business. Again, I think Angel's Horn should switch to at least aluminum or better in future updates. The provided felt mat is okay and typical in this price range. The Q lever feels substantial and should work reliably for a long time to come. Again, I found it strange that there are no user-adjustable anti-skate controls for the turntable. Bluetooth streaming is provided by Bluetooth 4.2. Now, the Angel's Horn connected quickly to my iPhone 11 by turning the switch on the turntable, which put it into pairing mode. Once the connection was made, it worked well in streaming from my phone to the system. The provided accessories include the counterweight, the power supply, speaker wire, a plastic 45 record adapter, and a strange key-like device which I could not figure out what it's used for. The Angel's Horn comes with a protractor to check alignment, and I found the cartridge was aligned accurately. Once set up and powered on, the fully manual turntable sprang to life, and once the tone arm is moved towards the platter, the motor came to life. I listened to several classic rock albums, including the Simon & Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water, the Steve Miller Band's Book of Dreams album, as well as A Star Is Born from 1976. To be honest here, the included bookshelf speakers are not the best sounding speakers out there. Fortunately, these can be upgraded very easily at a later date. But for a starter speaker and part of the system, they're okay. They're all right. I tend to think of the system as more of a lifestyle gear, somebody that likes tunes as opposed to the hardcore audiophile. Fortunately, the speakers could be upgraded very easily. The overall sound with the AT3600L, which is a cartridge found in many entry-level turntables, is a solid performer for a beginner-level turntable. It is unfortunate that the head shell is not removable to make cartridge replacement much more easy. Given what the Angel's Horn system provides, the overall sound can get decently loud, certainly for a small room or apartment. The bass is weak given the small bass driver. The mids are a bit muddy, and the highs, well, they're about neutral. I really feel that tunes people will find them more than acceptable. For example, my wife, who thought the speaker sounded just fine to her, so I'll leave it at that. In conclusion, given the Angel's Horn pricing and what you get for the money is a fair value. There are improvements that need to be made, however. First, the wow and flutter is way too high. Next, the iron platter needs to be replaced with something with much less resonance. The power switch could be relocated. Anti-skate should be added, and some work needs to be done on the speakers. I have more information down below if you're interested in learning more. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.